I think I am fat, but my boyfriend thinks I am too thin. I have gained over 10 pounds since we have been together. I was following a keto diet for type 2 diabetes control and weight control. I do not feel sexy in my current state.
Hmm.
It's interesting.
That is interesting. I would be curious as to whether your boyfriend has responded to your feelings of feeling less sexy. That's what I would be wondering about, because I would think that he would respond to your shift in the way you feel in your body, and therefore not encourage you to lose, or it was gain weight, right? Yeah, gain
Right.
weight. And it's actually quite common for when women move in with men to start eating man food and gain a bit of weight. We go like the love pounds. I don't know. Do you ever talk about that, Matt? Like you need love
No,
pounds?
that's
Oh yeah, no,
first
it's
time
a
I've heard
total
about
thing.
love pounds, but
Yes, yeah, when you're
I have
love.
no doubt in my mind that
Oh
that is
yeah,
true.
you're usually drinking a little bit more and getting the dessert to share, and also then you move in together, and then you get a lot of more takeout, and you end up eating man food. And usually love pounds are the best way to, like, those are the best pounds to gain, and usually they're great and no one cares or whatever, and then you sort of settle into a bit more of a rhythm and everything's fine. In the situation there where you said that you felt like you needed to lose weight and he felt like you needed to gain weight, I would be careful about, and I would love to hear Matt's perspective on this, about what do you do when a man is giving you advice on your body? Because I would feel like the man's job is more to respond to how you want to feel in your body and to encourage you and support you in behaviors that make you feel amazing in your body. And if he's encouraging you and supporting you and having behaviors that are making you feel worse in your body, whether that's to lose weight or gain weight, then I would say that turns it over to Matt in a relationship. More of a
Yeah.
relationship question, because that puts off alarm bells for me personally. But you speak to that, Matt.
Yeah, and the first thought that comes to my mind, and absolutely, absolutely, what Una just said is very, very important. And the first thought that comes to my mind is coming from a space of compassion for the guy, right? So why would a guy want you to gain weight when you want to lose it, right? And the first answer that comes to my mind when I think about being a guy that's like talking to a woman and wanting her to gain weight and she wants to lose it, is that I would feel more comfortable if she gained weight.
Huh.
Right.
Do you think, Matt, there's a possibility he's saying, baby, you don't need to lose weight. In fact, you can gain weight?
It's possible. It's possible. I don't know. All I can do is go from the facts that she said.
Yeah.
And so I mean, that is very, very possible, and make sure that you take what he says into context, like what Una said, and make sure that if it's a situation where, it's kind of like this offhanded thing where he's trying to encourage you, but he's not, but it could be, right. Because some guys, what ends up happening is they get a woman and then they're like, I want to keep her, right? And so they're like, gain weight because I don't like guys looking at you and I don't like you walking around. And it could be a jealousy thing, right? It could be a jealousy, insecurity thing on his part where he's not feeling good enough about himself. And so he's scared that he's going to lose you to some better guy that shows up in your life. And so he wants you to have more weight because he thinks that you'll be less attractive and less guys will look at you. Right. Or another thing is that he maybe is overweight. I don't know what your guy looks like, but let's just assume for a minute that he's overweight and that he's a lot overweight than you are. Right. And he looks at you and he's like, wow, she's like going towards these goals. She's working on herself. She's doing all these things, but I'm not. Right. And so what he ends up feeling from that is being left behind, right? He feels like you're going off without him, like you're doing all these things and that you're going to end up leaving him and, he's going to be left behind at some point because you're going to have this new body and this great life and all these great emotions and these great things, but he's not. He's the same old guy that you met, and he's not growing, he's not changing, he's not doing any of those things. And so he might be scared that he's going to lose you or that you're going to be different or, all kinds of different things from this. And so that is my kind of initial thought on that. So we'd need to know a little bit more about exactly what he said to know which one is the correct one. So